Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Jessa Jeremiah.
And I'm Justin Riley, and it is a gorgeous day here at Rock and Wool Winery
This is incredible.
in Poinette.
We're having a lovely time out here, and we're actually on the tractor. We are taking a lovely ride. As you can see,
Yep.
we've got the vineyards behind us. We're going to learn a little bit more about what they do out here.
And in front of us, we've got a great studio audience. Let's hear a shout out from everyone out there.
Hey, guys.
Say hey, there we go. All right.
We're all enjoying ourselves. They even have travel wine glasses. I think that's fabulous.
This is great. I want this for my kids.
Absolutely. Well,
Minus
maybe
the
later.
wine,
Right.
but, you know, yeah.
We've got a fantastic show. We're going to hear from Sean, who is the owner and winemaker here at Rock and Wool Winery. And we've got some other great guests for you. You may remember our friends over at Dog Days Grooming and Care. We're going to talk a little bit about doggy daycare.
Doggy daycare, and they have a great teacher to pet ratio over there.
That's right. That's important, and we're going to learn why.
Right.
And we're also going to learn about some great activities for your family this summer. So Doug DeBack is joining us, and I can't wait to meet his daughter. He's bringing the kiddos out.
Yes,
Oh,
she's
so
going to
great.
do a laser tag demonstration for us, which I
Yeah.
think is really cool. They can actually bring laser tag to you, so you don't need to travel out to McGuanago necessarily to enjoy laser tag with the Siege paintball. So
What a
we're
great
excited about that.
activity for kids. I mean, being able to, you'd be the coolest kid in school if you had laser tag in your backyard for your birthday,
Absolutely.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we certainly look forward to that. We are enjoying ourselves,
It's a beautiful day.
strolling along here.
Yeah.
So make sure you come out and stay with us so you can learn a little bit more about Rock and Wool Winery. We'll be right back talking laser tag after the break here on Wisconsin Family, so stick with us.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are having a fabulous time relaxing away out here in Poinette, Wisconsin at Rock and Wool Winery.
Yes, it's so quiet out here. It's
So
peaceful.
peaceful.
You can get zen here.
You can get zen. A great activity for you and the family to come out and see the gorgeous, gorgeous vineyards out here. Another great activity we're going to talk about is paintball. We're joined by Doug DeBack from the Siege, and we're so pleased to see you.
How are you guys doing?
We're great.
Great, great. Always good to have you with us.
Yes, and now you have a very special guest joining us. So who did you bring and what did she bring?
Well, I brought Ruby. She is my laser tag expert,
Yeah,
Right.
and she
Yeah.
brought laser tag.
that's so awesome. Well, we're so pleased to see you. Thanks for joining us. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So how does you guys do laser tag? And laser tag is not something that you just have to go on location to do. I mean, you can bring laser tag to people's events. Can you talk to us a little bit about how all that works?
Correct. Yeah. So obviously you can come by us and play laser tag on all the cool paintball fields we have, the castle, the city, and we got 6 other courses. The other draw is if you don't want to travel, we'll come to you. So that's great because if you have a corporate outing or a young kids event, or it gets harder and harder to transport kids around, we'll come to you and be at your location. If you have stuff to hide behind, great. We'll just bring all the laser tag equipment. If you don't, we also have stuff we can bring for that.
Oh, so fun.
Awesome. That's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
cool.
Have a party in your own backyard,
Right.
or wherever you might be.
Yeah, backyards. We do a lot with camps where they might have a woods or something to do. Corporate outings, anything you can think of that you'd want to play laser tag, we can do it.
And a little bit more about how laser tag is offered. So you can really go anywhere. Can you also do it on site then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, whatever
So you have the
works
choices.
best for
you
the
don't
customer.
have to do the laser tag in
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
backyard, but that's a fun way to do it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just curious. This is a kind of a question that I had off the top. Is like, how much space do you typically recommend to utilize
Good question.
for a laser tag game? I mean, do you need acres? Do you need just a small backyard? What do you need?
Any size, really works.
Yeah.
You don't want too small of a size where you don't have enough, room to actually spread out and shoot each other. We have stuff that's in a large conference room where they play 3 versus 3. So
Really? So
yeah.
indoor laser tag?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do quite a bit of laser tag indoors in the wintertime.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's talk a little bit about some things that are fun for the family to enjoy. So obviously, age-wise, you can start pretty young for laser tag.
Yeah, basically, as long as they're old enough to be able to hold the gun. All right, so you can see it's she's pretty good with that.
Yeah.
They're lighter than the paintball equipment is, so that we
Yes.
can go younger in age. And you
you're
don't.
not getting hit with anything. In
Yep,
this case,
you're not
right?
getting hit with anything. You're aiming for the sensors on the top.
It's kind
So-
of like being part of a real video game.
Yeah. So Ruby, can you shoot this one? Pull the trigger.
Oh, that's fun.
All right. So.
So that's how you know if you've been hit.
Yep. So it blinks and beeps and tells you you've been hit. You're aiming for the box on the top. So we don't have them wear vests or headbands or anything that can get sweaty that you have to exchange.
Yeah.
So.
Smart. Okay.
Ruby, when I see you holding that, I think that we should put you on a calendar or something like that. What do you think, Doug?
Does it sound like a good idea?
12 months of laser tag with kids. That's fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's really fun. So you can start young. Let's talk a little bit about events. Do you have some events coming up?
Yeah, we have a bunch of events coming up. For the serious paintballers, we got a couple tournaments coming up. We have our second of our three-man X-Ball series coming up, which our first one maxed out in capacity for teams we could take. We actually had to turn a few teams away. And then we have a five-man event coming up. At the end of August, August 28th, we have our Battle of Way. It's a Vietnam scenario game.
Oh my
And
gosh.
that one is very popular. Last year we had about 150 people, and we're expecting to have more in one big themed game with missions and captains and a whole ordeal.
Wow.
And that's where you actually will reenact some of the tactical things that were done in a particular battle in the Vietnam
Yeah,
War.
I mean, obviously we tailor them to paintball a little bit because there's a difference. But yes, we have
Thank God.
missions that actually happened in this Battle of Way and actual place names as far as different
Sure.
bases too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opportunity to get out to, I feel like, act out some video games with laser tag, or like acting out, I don't know, some sort of like movie scenes with paintball.
Yep.
Kind of really interesting.
Yep.
But
So where can people go to find more information?
They can go to our website, our Facebook, our Twitter. So any of those are good places to do it, or call us on the phone. A lot of people have questions that don't fit into the standard question and answer on the website and stuff, and some of it's hard to email too, because it's a question followed up by a question. So we're more than happy to talk to anybody. The after hours number is my cell phone, so I'm always ready to talk to people when they need it. So
very
Doug
good.
is always on call.
He's available. He's ready. Well, you guys are great. We look forward to some of the events you have coming up, and you did a great job, Ruby. What do you think? High five. You did awesome. We look forward to seeing you out there playing laser tag. We'll have to get some pictures of that. That's wonderful. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Doug DeBack from the Siege Paintball and Laser Tag. We're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break, so please stay with us.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family, and it is a beautiful day here at Rock and Wool Winery in Poynette.
It is stunningly beautiful. We're having such a nice time.
Perfect day to be filming an outdoor TV show, and if you love the outdoors, or better yet, if your dog loves the outdoors, you'll want to stick around for our next guest. This is Emily Ruzicka from Dog Days Grooming and Care. Emily, welcome back. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well. How are you too?
Excellent.
Good. Thanks for joining
Thanks for
us.
having
Excellent.
me as always.
So today is, I'm really excited about this topic because the topic is pampering your pet for your summer getaway.
That's
so
right.
I'm excited to talk about that. But let's start out talking about something a little bit more serious. How can people help animals in need in the community? Of course, there's a lot of animals that are in need. How can people help those animals?
Oh, okay. Yep. I just wanted to talk really quickly about if I know everybody is really into animals and dogs, all ages, little kids all the way up to seniors are always, it's a soft spot for people. So I just kind of wanted to throw a few names out there. Dane County Humane Society is wonderful. Every county in Wisconsin has their own Humane Society that comes with their own set of rules and regulations as far as if you can volunteer, how you can donate, things like that. Also, there's Shelter from the Storm. Also, the ASPCA is a national organization. So if you're feeling like, boy, I just like to spend some time with dogs or with animals in any sense, and you have a few hours in your week, just give one of these organizations a call, and I'm sure they would have something for you to just come and cuddle or help in any way. So
Come and
just
cuddle.
a shout out.
Cuddle.
Yep.
Well, yeah, if you want your day to sort of stop and you want to refocus, what a great way to do that. Animals are a great way, and you're getting to help some animals in need. So
they always need help. It's a lot of
really
work.
good
So
point.
yeah.
Let's switch gears a little bit. If you've got children at home, you think about class size and sort of student to teacher ratio.
Yep.
But the same thing applies to dogs. So let's talk a little bit about that in terms of, there's all kinds of places where you can go have dog daycare, and there might be some larger class sizes versus smaller class sizes. You have smaller class sizes, essentially.
Essentially,
Talk to us
absolutely.
about
It's a
that.
good way to put it. I didn't say it as a class size, but that's totally what it is. Like you said, there's a lot in informational and education about class size and ratio, parent to child.
Right.
Some of us who have more than one kid know the parent-to-child ratio is big, teacher-to-child ratio is big in the classroom, as well as there's a lot of benefits of having a big group of dogs and bigger group of kids. You have more opportunity for different personalities to mix. You have more opportunity for big group kind of fun. In my opinion, though, just this is what I know is a smaller group, higher staff-to-dog ratio. It's just easier to control the situation. It's easier to have relationships one-on-one with each dog, and it's easier to be able to, if you're doing training or if you're doing a kind of activity like we do, going to the park, it's easier to be able to take care of that. I mean, if you have more bodies, it's just hard to take care of it in a safe, fun way. So for me, it seems to make sense. So that's what we offer. Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
all good though, all of it.
I like how you use the word relationship, because you really are trying to build a relationship with these animals, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And one question that kind of popped out in my mind when you mentioned that is, there are some dogs obviously who are probably with you for a certain points during the year, and then who maybe aren't with you and then come back later on. Do dogs remember each other? I mean, do they develop a relationship and then remember each other when they've been away for a while?
They do, and it's funny because people, I think, wonder that on a general basis, and I always did too before I worked with them, and they do. I mean, dogs have a different kind of short-term, medium-term, and long-term memory than humans do, and I can't speak exactly to how that all works because it is
That's
scientific.
a whole nother show.
Totally, right,
Yeah.
right. But I do know that they have a long-term memory in that they have a sense, and they have certainly the sense of smell, but they have a certain sense of, I don't know if it's like a muscle memory or something, but they do absolutely remember each other, whether it's from week to week or sometimes years have gone by and they haven't seen each other, and they reconnect, and you can tell. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's so cute. Well, dogs are so sweet and so loyal, so I can imagine that there's some relationships built there, dog to dog as well.
They've got
Dog-to-dog
their
relationship.
BFFs. They do.
So cute. So talk to us. There's a really neat story that I want you to tell about Louis meeting his mom. Tell this story, if you would.
Okay, so really quickly, we have a dog named Louis who's come forever for daycare grooming since he was a puppy. He's a big golden doodle, which means he's about as soft as a teddy bear everywhere, inside and out. And there was a certain family I knew that did some breeding with golden doodles, and their dogs came in to get groomed by me. And lo and behold, one day they ran into each other and found out that the mama, Mallory, was the mama of Louis, the not puppy anymore, but the families ended up meeting through dog days, through me just for them talking about it. And so we said, let's make a meeting date or a reconnection date. And so Mallory came in and Louis was there. And at first it was very like, whoa, because there was a recognition. And it took a couple of minutes for them. They didn't throw themselves at each other, because it had been a few years. They were wondering. But after a few minutes, they got really close. And all of a sudden, you could just tell by their body language that they were together again, reunited.
Oh, that's
it was
so
really
cute.
sweet, and I didn't know what was going to happen. And it was genuinely a reconnection. It was very cool.
That's really a unique
and Louis still
story.
hangs out with us all the time, and so we're happy to have him. He's our buddy.
Oh, that's so cute. Reunited indeed.
And we just have a few seconds left, but can you quickly tell us the story about Gertie?
Oh, this is a non-dog story. A long
Okay.
time ago, in the back area of Dog Days, we found a mini pot-bellied pig was left in our back area.
Oh my goodness.
So I was just kind of shouting out to Gertie because I reconnected with her new parents, and she's doing very well. So those are people that remembered Gertie. She's a fantastic pot-bellied pig who is still doing great, and we helped that happen. So another story for another time.
Oh my goodness.
Tune in next time.
gracious. Yeah, there you go. There's a good teaser for you for
And just
later.
real quick before we go, you guys are doing some things with U-Haul now. Can you talk to us real quick about
Yes,
that?
super quick. So Dog Days happens to be a neighborhood U-Haul dealership now. It's kind of a side joined thing. So if you're out and about and needing a U-Haul, you can call Dog Days.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Emily Ruzicka from Dog Days Grooming and Care, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Don't go away. When we come back, we'll be talking with Sean from Rock and Roll Winery right here on Wisconsin Family.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are having the best time out here in Poynette, Wisconsin. What do you
At
think?
least the best time
At
ever.
least, that's right. And we're talking about one of my favorite topics. We're talking about wine. And we are here at Rock and Wool Winery. And we are joined by Sean Lepasic, who is the owner and winemaker here. And we're so pleased. Thank you so much for joining us and having us.
This is fun. We love this. This is what we're about.
So I have been so incredibly impressed by this place. We've, got to spend a little bit of time, and you walked us through some of the spaces. Beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And not only the space being in here in the building, but just looking behind us and the beautiful fields, and it's just absolutely stunning and breathtaking. So I can imagine this is not a short answer, but what makes Rock and Wool Winery unique?
Well, I think first and foremost, we're a family winery, and that's really a big deal to us. My mother and my father bought the property in the 80s. I used to raise sheep, and then we came up with the idea to try the grapes. We did it together. So, like right now, my mother helps with keeping the store clean and nice. My father's in control of the vines. I make the wine, and like my sister will come up and help. And it's just, even the people who work for us are local people who become family now. So that's a big part of it. And then the second part is all the wines we make with grapes that grow in Wisconsin. We don't make wines with any grapes that are from California or Washington State or New York, and we're really proud of that, to be truly a Wisconsin winery.
I mean, you can't get much more local than that. I mean, you're locals yourself, the staff here, everything from the wine to the products that go into it is all local. So there's so many people out there that really believe in that and supporting local businesses, and I mean, it's through and through right here.
It really is, and it means a lot, and it's really nice the reception we get when people come and see it. Like even tchotchkes that we have, like the cribbage boards, a local artist, Dan, makes those for us and carves them from carriers. Wow. So it's like local artists. If I have people play music, I have artists who play their own original music here from Wisconsin. So that's really a theme that just runs through pretty much everything we do.
Wow, so incredible.
This
so
truly
beautiful.
is a slice of Wisconsin life right
Truly.
here. That's awesome. So, I mean, this is more than just a winery. I mean, you mentioned having bands here, local musicians and so forth. This is really a gathering place for people to come and enjoy some company and that sort of thing. So, what are some things that you offer people who want to visit Rock and Wool?
Well, first, we're on 40 acres of vines and pines.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Vines
can
and
just
pines.
vines and pines. So you can just get lost,
Yeah.
and we let people bring picnic baskets. So if you want to do our free wine tasting and then grab a picnic basket and just walk around the vines, you can. On Saturdays, a lot of times we'll be doing wagon rides to the vines and pines. We'll do production tours. My dad will take them downstairs, show them how we make the wine. So a lot of things like that. And then we have pizzas and food. I love it. On Friday or Saturday night, we'll have all our tables full of people who just come in and don't want to be at a bar or restaurant. They want something, a little relaxed. Buy a bottle of wine, have a pizza, and just sit and relax. And as a winemaker, that makes me as happy as anything, because wine is about a celebration of life, food, family, and friends. Mm-hmm. And that's so really true. When I get to see people doing that,
yeah,
I'm complete. I'm very happy.
Come and escape the hustle and bustle and come to Rock and Wool.
It's so true. This is just a slice of heaven out here. I feel like I'm on vacation. You know that moment when you get on vacation and you're in your little villa, or you step into your hotel and you step out onto the beach or something. It's just that feeling of relaxation, and it just feels great. And that's honestly what it feels like out here. It's such a beautiful feeling.
Do you feel like you're on vacation all the time when you're out here?
Sometimes, but I don't want to say that too much, because my wife will get mad, because she's like, I knew you're not working. Right. But it's a lot of work, but the pride you take is fantastic.
Absolutely.
You got it. Well, it's absolutely stunning. It's a short drive too if you're in the Madison area. Absolutely worth the trip, and come out and have a romantic day.
Yeah.
Spend some time. But let's get down to business. Let's talk wines.
Okay.
So the important stuff.
Sure.
What kinds of wines do you make and offer?
Okay. Well, first and foremost, I'm a wine snob, so I
We
take
would
a
expect that.
take
You're
a
in
lot
good
of
hands
pride.
if you come
right.
here.
So I take a lot of pride in making a dry, serious red, and also white, because that's really my goal, is to have somebody in another city someday say, "I'd like a bottle of Rock and Wool Winery wine," not because it's from Wisconsin, but because it's a real good bottle of wine. Goes great with a steak.
Yeah.
We also do make some fruit wines with 100% fruit, so they're very rich. And we make some sweeter style dessert wines too. And we also make hard cider. So we're really trying to, cover the spectrum for people, so somebody will find something they like.
Yeah.
because sometimes even those beer drinkers, the wives will bring in their beer drinkers. So at least I can say, try the hard cider.
Yeah,
You know, and they'll,
Yeah.
I don't know, I like beer. Well, just give it a shot. Usually somebody finds something they like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Excellent. So you mentioned that you started, or your folks bought this farm back in the 80s and used to have sheep here. And you have 40 acres of wines and pines. Why did you want to start this winery?
Wow.
That's a big question.
That's a big
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I've always loved wine. And when I was putting myself through school, I'd always work at usually finer style restaurants where I'd be dealing with the wines. A lot of times when I'd be at the restaurants, I'd actually pick out the wines for the restaurant, write the menus and the pairings. So I've always had the palate and then just that passion. And I just can't sit still. So I want to do something creative with it. And that's when I approached my father and said, you know, maybe we could do this and just try something for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think Wisconsin's just sweet wines. I think we can make really a great product here. And
Sure.
So that's kind of why.
Turn your passion into a living. I mean, that's like the American dream, right? And the
It is.
Wisconsin dream. You're living it, and we're all getting to enjoy it. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Good to hear.
Let's talk about the future a little bit. Where do you see yourself, the winery? What can people expect down the road from Rock and Wool?
Well, we're going to our third full year right now, and every year we've been selling out of wine, which is a great thing, but it's also a bad thing because the most difficult thing for us is to have a footprint so people know about us. We're a little winery in Poinet, so a lot of times people, oh, I've never heard of you, My goal right now is to have people know about us because I truly believe if you come here, you're going to come back again.
I agree.
So it's just to get a lot of people to know about us. And I want to grow large enough that I can support my family because that's really my wife and my goal is to someday have the winery, be able to support us as a family, and I can have my girls working with me and never have to go away from them. I get to see them every day.
She's
my
got
wife.
2 young,
The
beautiful
family
baby
business.
girls.
Family
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go, Sean, you have any special events coming up?
Boy, let's see here. Yes, over the 4th of July weekend, we're going to be doing some sangria.
Okay.
And wine-soaked hot dogs. So I soak hot dogs, all beef hot dogs, in my Stature red wine, and they are amazing. So
What a unique
I would
thing
imagine.
to try.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
That's incredible. Well, I'm sure you have a lot going on throughout the year, and we'll keep up with you on that. But it sounds like 4th of July weekend is a great time to come out and give them a try if you haven't yet. So
It's a beautiful drive. If you live
It's
in Madison or
incredible.
near Madison, it's a beautiful drive up here, and it's not too far.
no,
so.
it's not. Well, Sean Lepasek, thank you so much for
Oh my
having
gosh,
us.
thank you
We've
guys.
had
It's
just
been
a
fun.
blast.
Yeah.
Come out and see him at Rock and Wool Winery. Thanks so much for joining us. Join us next time for Wisconsin Family.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day.